Hi everyone, this is Chernines, and for today's video lesson, we will talk about exponential function. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to distinguish between exponential function, exponential equation, and exponential inequality, and solve exponential equations and inequalities. Now let's have the definitions. First, the exponential function. It is a function in which the independent variable is an exponent. Exponential functions have the general form y equals f of x equals b raised to x, where b is greater than 0 and not equal to 1. And x is any real number. Meron tayong examples dito. So first, we have 5 raised to x plus 1 equals y. And second example, y equals 2 raised to x minus 3. Next, we have exponential equation. This is an equation involving exponential expressions. So we have these two examples. 7 raised to 2x minus x squared equals 1 over 343. Second example, we have 5 raised to 2x plus 3 equals 5 raised to 3x minus 1. And exponential inequality, this is an inequality in which one or both sides involve a variable exponent. So we have here 3 is greater than 4 raised to x minus 2, and 5 raised to 2x minus 5 raised to x plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. So kung mapapansin natin, ang kanyang exponent or ang variable niya dito ay exponent. And also, equation siya pag meron siyang equal sign, inequality pag meron siyang inequality sign. So we have greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. Exponential function naman siya kung meron siyang y or meron siyang f of x. Now let's recall some theorems. For numbers 1 and 2, we have to take note that a here is not equal to 0. Kasi pag magiging 0 yan, magiging undefined ang labas. So, for number 1, any number except 0 raised to 0 is equal to 1. For example, we have 100 raised to 0, and that is equal to 1. Same with negative 100 raised to 0, that is also equal to 1. Number 2. So, we have a raised to negative n. Ang labas niya is yung reciprocal and yung negative na exponent, magiging positive na siya. So, magiging 1 over a raised to n. Example, so we have 2 raised to negative 3. Ang labas niya is 1 over 2 cubed, and that's equal to 1/8. For number 3, okay, and so on, we have to take note here that n and m are real numbers. For number 3, a raised to n times a raised to m, and that's equal to a raised to n plus m. Example, so 2 cubed times 2 squared, that's equal to 2 raised to 3 plus 2, or 2 raised to 5. For number 4, so we have a raised to n over a raised to m. Ang mangyayari niyan, okay, i-subtract mo lang. Okay, so we have a raised to n minus m. Example, so we have 3 raised to 4 over 3 raised to 2 equals 3 raised to 4 minus 2, or 3 squared. So, ma-apply lang yan siya if the same yung base nila. Okay, for number 5, a raised to n, okay, raised to m, okay, that's equal to a raised to n m. Example, so 2 raised to 4 squared, the answer is 2 raised to 4 times 2, and the answer is 8. So 2 raised to 8. For number 6, we have ab raised to n. The result will be a raised to n times b raised to n. Example, so 2x squared, ang sagot niyan is 2 squared times x squared. For number 7, so we have the quantity AB raised to n. Ang labas niyan is i-distribute nyo lang yung exponents, magiging a raised to n over b raised to n. So we have an example here. 2/5 cube. Ang labas is 2 cube over 5 cube. Now let's proceed in solving exponential equations. So here are the steps that you're going to follow. If b raised to x is equal to b raised to y, then x is equal to y. So for the first step, we're going to write both sides of the equation as powers of the same base. Number 2, equate the exponents kung the same na ang kanilang base. And number 3, solve for x. Para mas maintindihan, let's solve the following. Number 1, 7 raised to x equals 7 raised to 2. So, ang first step, diba, is dapat maging the same daw ang kanilang base. Since same na ang kanilang base sa both sides, which is 7, so let's proceed to step number 2. I-equate daw natin yung kanilang exponents, and step number 3, let's solve for x. So, pag in-equate natin, magiging x equals 2. So, yan na yung x. Therefore, ang sagot sa number 1 is x equals 2. Number 2, 3 raised to x equals 9 raised to 4. And mapapansin natin, hindi pa the same ang kanilang base. Kasi yung sa left side, 3 ang kanyang base, while sa right side, 9 ang kanyang base. So, mag-isip tayo ng paraan na dapat maging the same ang kanilang base. So, dito sa right side, pwede natin siyang gawing 3 raised to 2 ang kanyang number 9. So, magiging 3 raised to x is equal to 3 squared, okay, raised to 4. Since the same na ang kanilang base, i-equate na natin ang mga exponents. So, dito sa left side, x, and sa right side naman 2 times 4, so that is 8. So, x equals 2 times 4, x equals 8, so yan na yung sagot natin for number 2. Number 3, 2 raised to x plus 6 equals 2 raised to 5. The same ang base nila, so let's equate the exponents. Magiging x plus 6 equals 5. So para x na lang talaga ang matira dito sa left side. Okay, let's subtract both sides by 6. So magiging x equals negative 1. Okay, that's the answer for number 3. Number 4, we have 2 raised to x is equal to 128. So, ang gagawin natin, yung 128, gawin natin, mag-isip tayo na dapat yung base niya is maging the same sa left side. So, 2. Ano ang exponent ng 2? Para ang sagot niya is 128. Okay, so we have 2 raised to 7, and that's equal to 128. Since the same na ang kanilang base, so let's equate. So x equals 7. Now, number 5. 3 raised to 2x equals 243. So, ang exchange lang natin is dito sa right side kasi ito naman yung mas malaki. So, gawin natin na ang base niya is 3. So, ano ang kanyang exponent? Parang sagot is 243. Okay, so 3 raised to 5 is equal to 243. Since the same na ang kanilang base na 3, equate natin ang kanilang exponent. So we have 2x equals 5. So let's divide 2 sa both sides para x na lang matira. Now we have x is equal to 5 halves. Number 6. 2 raised to x minus 2 equals 64. So, ano kaya ang gagawin natin sa right side? Yung base niya is dapat 2. Ano ang kanyang exponent? Para ang sagot is 64. Okay, so we have 6. 2 raised to 6 is equal to 64. Let's equate the exponents. Okay, so we have x minus 2 equals 6. Let's solve for x. So, 6 plus 2. The answer is 8. So again, para mag-solve tayo ng mga exponential equation, maghanap ng paraan na dapat yung base nila sa both sides ay the same or magkapareho. And then equate lang natin ang kanilang exponents pag magkapareho na, and then solve for x. Let's proceed to number 7. So 3 raised to 2x plus 1 equals 729. So 729 is equal to 3 raised to 6. So let's equate 2x plus 1 equals 6. So we will move this 1. Okay, so 2x, magiging 2x equals 6 minus 1. So 2x equals 5. Then let's divide both sides by 2. So magiging x equals 5 over 2. Okay, 5 halves. Number 8. 9 raised to x minus 1 equals 27 raised to x plus 4. So dito, okay, ano kaya ang gagawin natin para maging the same ang kanilang base? So, i-change natin yung mga base dito sa left and sa right side. Yung 9, pwede natin gawing 3 raised to 2. And yung 27, pwede natin gawing 3 raised to 3. Okay, so magiging 3 squared raised to x minus 1 equals 3 cubed raised to x plus 4. So, let's multiply. Since the same lang kanilang base, so equate natin yung mga exponents natin. Okay. Ang ginawa ko dito, 2 times x, so naging 2x. 2 times negative 1, so we have minus 2. Equals 3 times x, kaya siya naging 3x. And then 3 times 4, and that's equal to 12. So 2x minus 2 equals 3x plus 12. Okay, combining like terms. So magiging, okay, so negative 2 minus 12, that's negative 14. 3x minus 2x, that is x. So, x is equal to negative 14 for number 8. Number 9. 4 raised to x minus 1 equals 2 raised to x plus 5. So, ang 4 dito, pwede siyang 2 raised to 2. Yan. So, i-multiply lang natin itong sa left side, mga exponents. So, 2 times the quantity x minus 1, ang labas is 2x minus 2 equals x plus 5. Combining like terms. So, we have x equals 7. For number 10, 5 raised to 2x minus 1 equals 625. So, yung 625, that is equal to 5 raised to 4. So, since the same na kanilang base na 5, let's equate the exponents. So, we have 2x minus 1 equals 4. Combining like terms, or we have 4 plus 1, the answer is 5. So 2x equals 5. And then divide both sides by 2. Final answer is x equals 5 halves. Now we have the properties of exponential inequalities. These are important in solving exponential inequalities. So first, if b is greater than 1, then the exponential function y equals b raised to x is increasing for all x. This means that b raised to x is less than b raised to y if and only if x is less than y. Second, if b is greater than 0 and less than 1, then the exponential function y equals b raised to x is decreasing for all x. This means that b raised to x greater than b raised to y if and only if x is less than y. Kung napapansin nyo sa second na property, okay, so this means that b raised to x is greater than b raised to y, nag-change na ang kanyang inequality sign. So, if and only if x is less than y. Okay, so nag-change or nag-flip ang kanyang inequality sign. So, dito, nilagay ko na lang yung kanyang summary. Ang gagawin daw, you're going to flip the sign, okay? Flip the inequality sign. Number 1, if both bases are less than 1, and yung second, okay, if flip mo din ang kanyang inequality sign when you divide or multiply both sides by a negative number. Now, let's solve these exponential inequalities. Number 1. 3 raised to x is less than 9 raised to x minus 2. So, same with solving exponential equations, ang gagawin din natin dito is dapat maging the same ang kanilang bases. So, yung 9 dito, pwede siyang maging 3 squared. So, magiging 3 raised to x is less than 3 squared raised to x minus 2. Since the same na ang kanilang bases, so copy lang natin as well as the inequality sign. So, magiging x is less than 2x minus 4. So, para maging uniform ang ating solutions, okay, lahat ng x ilagay lang natin dito sa left side. So, magiging x minus 2x is less than negative 4. Okay, so x minus 2x, we have negative x less than negative 4. So, kanina, sa previous na slide, sinabi ko mag-flip ang kanyang inequality sign if number 1, yung base niya is less than 1, and number 2, mag-flip ang kanyang inequality sign if magde-divide tayo sa both sides ng negative number. So, dito, para x na lang matira, let's divide both sides by negative 1. So, since nag-divide tayo ng negative number, mag-flip ang sign, etong less than, magiging greater than na siya. So, magiging x is greater than 4. Okay? So, tandaan, mag-flip ang kanyang inequality sign if mag-divide or mag-multiply tayo ng negative number. And kung ang base, okay, dito sa taas ay less than 1. Okay? Number 2. So, we have, okay, 1/10 raised to x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 1 over 100 raised to 3x. Okay? Since hindi pagkapareho ang kanilang base, okay, gawin natin ganito, yung sa right side. Yung 1 over 100, gawin natin 1/10, okay, raised to 2. Kasi that's equal to 1 over 100. So, we have this, it's the same na ang kanilang bases. Okay, let's copy the exponents. Okay, ang base nito is 1 over 10. Okay, anong napansin ninyo? Okay, yung 1 over 10. So, ang 1 over 10 dyan is less than 1. Ibig sabihin, yung inequality sign na greater than or equal to, magiging less than or equal to. Kasi yung 1/10 dyan is less than 1. Okay, copy natin yung mga exponents. So, we have x plus 5 is less than or equal to 2 times 3x. Okay, simplify natin yung right side. So, magiging 6x na siya. Okay, move natin yung 6x sa left side. Again, lahat ng x para uniform tayo ng solution, lagay natin sa left side. So, magiging x minus 6x. Okay, yung constant or yung number sa right side. So, we have is less than or equal to negative 5. So, x minus 6x, that's negative 5x, is less than or equal to negative 5. Para x na lang matira, let's divide both sides by negative 5. Again, nag-divide tayo ng negative number. So, mag-flip na naman ang kanyang inequality sign. So, magiging x is greater than or equal to 1. Okay? So, dito sa number 2, twice tayong nag-flip. Bakit? So, yung unang flip natin ng inequality sign, nag-flip tayo kasi yung base na 1/10, that's less than 1. Okay? Kaya siya nag-flip. Next, nag-flip tayo. Okay? Nag-flip na naman tayo sa pinaka-last na line. So, naging x is greater than or equal to 1 siya kasi nag-divide tayo both sides by a negative number. So, nag-divide tayo both sides by negative 5. Number 3. Yan. So, we have 3 raised to x minus 4 is less than 1 over 27. So, itong 1 over 27, okay, yung reciprocal. So, pwede siyang, okay, yung 3 raised to, yan, 3 raised to negative 3. So, 3 raised to negative 3, that's equal to 1 over 27. Okay, so since the same na ang kanilang bases, let's copy the exponents and the sign. So magiging x minus 4 is less than negative 3. So yung negative 4, lagay lang natin sa kabilang side. So magiging negative 4 plus negative 3 plus 4. Okay, so that's equal to 1. So x is less than 1. Okay, that's for number 3. Napakadali lang. Number 4. Yan. So we have 1 over 25 raised to 2x minus 1, and that is less than or equal to 125 raised to 3x plus 1. So, ang ginawa ko dito, yung both na bases niya, ginawa kong 5. Okay? So, yung 1 over 25, that is equal to 5 raised to negative 2. Okay? So, that's and then raised to 2x minus 1. Yung 125, okay, that is also equal to 5 raised to 3. So, 5 raised to 3 is equal to 125. Okay, and then raised to 3x plus 1. Since the same na ang nilang base na 5, so let's copy the exponents and the inequality sign. Hindi tayo nag-flip kasi greater than 1 ang kanyang base dito na 5. So let's just copy the exponents and the inequality sign. So negative 2 times 2x, so that's negative 4x. Negative 2 times negative 1, the answer is positive 2, so naging plus 2. Less than or equal to, so 3 times 3x, that's 9x. 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, lagay natin lahat ng x dito sa left side, and yung number sa right side. So maging negative 4x minus 9x is less than or equal to 3 minus 2. So, negative 4 minus 9x, the answer is negative 13x. And less than or equal to 1. So, let's divide both sides by negative 13 para x na lang yung matira. So, since nag-divide tayo ng negative number, flip natin yung sign. Yan. So, x is greater than or equal to negative 113. Meron pa tayong ibang solution dito. So, what if, okay, balik tayo sa pinaka unang line sa number 4. Yan. What if ang ginamit ko dito is 1/5 yung base niya kasi less than 1. Okay? Another solution. 1/5. 1/5. So, ibig sabihin mag-flip ang kanyang inequality sign. So, ipapakita ko lang sa inyo kung the same pa rin ba yung sagot. Yan. So, 1/5 raised to 2 ang ginamit ko. Okay, that's equal to 1 over 25. So, 1/5 ang base. Dito naman sa right side, ginawa ko ding 1/5 ang base niya. So, 1/5 raised to negative 3, the answer is 125. So, yan. The same na ang kanilang base. Ibig sabihin, mag-flip ang ating sign. So, we have 2 times 2x, so 4x. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Flip natin ang sign. Imbes na less than, magiging greater than or equal to. So, yan na. So, negative 3 times 3x, so negative 9x. Negative 3 times 1, so negative 3. Lahat ng x, lagyan natin sa left side, yung numbers sa right side. So, 4x plus 9x, the answer is 13x. So, negative 3, okay, plus 2, the answer is negative 1. And then, let's divide both sides by 13. So, since 13 is a positive number, no need to flip the sign. So, ang sagot is x is greater than or equal to negative 1 over 13. So, the same lang ang kanilang sagot. Okay, there are two solutions for the same lang ang sagot. So, that's it. Again, ang tatandaan lang dito sa solving exponential inequality, number 1, okay, dapat magkapareho ang kanilang base. Okay, bago nyo kopyahin yung mga exponents sa next line. Number 2, mag-flip ang kanyang inequality sign if ang kanyang base na nagawa ninyo ay less than 1. And number 2, mag-flip din siya if nag-divide kayo or nag-multiply kayo ng negative number. And that ends my lesson. Once again, this is Chernines. Thank you and stay safe.